Courage comes from the heart. It is strength of purpose to do one's best and not swerve from the path of moral integrity. To do battle with fear, hesitation, and indecision, fired up by the virtues of truth and principle, and dependability to do the right thing. It might mean having the imagination and the vision to know what might happen, that failure is a possibility, and yet being driven by personal conviction to fight on. It means putting oneself on the line and standing up for what is right and true. Courage is what you show on your journey when you face challenge and conflict with the strength that comes from within. Applied courage is stronger than fear. Although you might falter and stumble, courage is what picks you up again, dusts you off, and sets you doggedly on your path to make a difference and to be the best person you can possibly be. Courage is not always something that comes flying to your heart in moments of need or in emergencies. Courage is not something that can easily be handed over to you through lessons either. Courage is a way of life. It is as much a habit as anything else, like getting up and brushing your teeth in the morning. It's a matter of routine more than anything else. People tend to speak of courage only in terms of deeds. For instance, they might speak of courage in the battlefield. Soldiers and policemen are supposed to show courage. Or they might refer to courage in the face of devastation. Flood-affected people or earthquake victims must show courage. However, courage is not merely the name you give to persevering through a bad or tragic situation. Even though we may not always notice it, a lot of courage is part of our daily routines. The father or the mother who go to work day in, day out to provide for their family shows courage. The parent who resists the temptation to lavish goodies and spoil their children shows courage. The child who fails a black belt test but goes back to try again later shows courage. The kid who stands up to peer pressure shows courage. The academic student who is bent on following their dreams shows courage. The real test of courage is in our daily lives, or at least it should be. The courage to speak the truth, having the courage of one's convictions, the courage to speak our mind and not stay silent simply because we are afraid that others might not agree with us, the courage to not be bullied or taken advantage of, the courage to be kind, the courage to have humility, the courage to stand up for what we believe in, the courage to follow public rules and laws, the courage to resist those who take the easy ways out, which leads to more corruption and red tape in our social systems. Mark Twain has said, "Courage is not the absence of fear, it is acting in spite of it." The sign of a courageous person, then, is someone who feels fear, recognizes fear, and still goes on to do what he or she believes is right. Courage is doing the right thing when the wrong thing seems to produce better, quicker, or easier results. Courage is dedicating your life for the betterment of others. Courage is doing what you were born for against the odds. Courage is taking the first step. Courage is getting up to ride again after a really bad fall. Courage is standing up for your future when your past keeps knocking you down. Courage is one more day.
You need a death-proof bow staff.